Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jasper and today I'm going to tell you the story of how one of the worst students in the history of my school ended up with a position in student government. And not only that, but with a solid 100% of the vote. Obviously that student was me, one of my more notable achievements and wild moves from high school in my opinion. And from the start I had a plan in mind and I thought a decent shot of actually winning and getting 100% of the vote. So let's get right into it. The election is announced through email and through the PA. It's my junior year, which is the year after COVID. We had just come back from the pandemic. We were all wrapping our minds around being back in the building. Student council had been radio silent during COVID, either that or I didn't check my email well enough, but as far as I'm aware, they had not really done anything, if they were even still functional during that time. Not sure there were elections or anything. So just like any other school, it's basically a popularity contest. So you've got the more notable things you want people to run for that people would love to be in. You've got president, representative, the flashy titles, maybe VP. But I wasn't interested in those positions because I was going to run for a more obscure one, which first I was going to apply for secretary. That was the plan at least. So I needed to start my campaign, which is pretty simple. First step, you submit a Google form to them saying your name, everything, what grade, what you're going to run for. And then you send them a statement and the video. So I submitted my form, made the statement, and then I just had to do the video. So I was overachieving at this point. I was just doing whatever I wanted. So what I did, I dragged out my friend who was going to be the photographer, the videographer, to take the video and take some campaign photos maybe. Well, he was also running for representative actually, but he lost because obviously that's a popularity contest thing and people actually did run for that office. So that was good, or I thought it was at first, because my plan was to chug a brisk in the middle of the field. And then I would say in a very cringy way, this is how dedicated I am to being your representative. But as cringe as that is, that wasn't the most cringe part to happen during that, because first take was completely ruined because I underestimated how big that brisk would be, how much liquid was in there. I could not chug like that. So I only got it to about half of it before I was like, I can't do this. So then we do a second take where I sort of put my hand on the top where I had already drank everything. So on video, it just looks like I had drank the whole thing. So we had solved that problem. But something we had actually noticed before we were starting to film the video, I was checking the forum to show them that I had applied, my cameraman, and I noticed I had accidentally put treasure, which was bad because treasurer sounds like a nice position that someone else would apply for. That it sounds interesting, right? You do something. Secretary was something that I had no clue what they did. I later found out that they take notes during the meeting, at least at my school. So I messed that up, but we had to roll with it, so just switched out secretary for treasurer. And so take two was fine. We took that, and then we took my friend's, I turned it to the cameraman, we took my friend's video. We had a whole thing, it was going to be sort of like we would be allies in the whole thing, but obviously only I made it. Well, did I make it or not? We'll see. Well, the video title already tells you that. But my other friend that was actually there, we had a third person. We tried to get him to run for something. He didn't. Imagine if we had all three of us run though and won. That would have been fun. Anyways, we finished the video, do some editing. The video was huge, so we had some problems emailing it and everything, but we got it down. It was bad. It's lost media at this point. I hope it never sees the light of day again. People never watch the videos anyways, from what I would see. They saw the statement, or even if they did, they probably just voted for who they thought was their friend, my idiocy in clicking the wrong box when submitting my application actually ended up saving me, because what happened was secretary, that position that I was going for first, actually had 3 people run for it. 3 people, which is insane. It's secretary. I don't get it, but I had run for treasurer, obviously. And so this was all hinging on 2 things: apathy and a lack of caring for that position. Which what I mean when I say that is, I was hoping people would not care about the position enough to run, or not know that that position was even up for grabs. So that was what my whole plan was hinging on. That was sort of the make or break. If anyone else ran against me, I would probably not win or even show up on the ballot. To my shock, I did end up on the ballot as the only person. So my plan worked. Even though I clicked the wrong box, that ended up saving me. So I won with 100% of the vote because there was nobody running against me. And I became treasurer. And you might be wondering, how did I do as treasurer? Well, you'll have to see the next video to find that out. I will be talking all about that, and also the aftermath. Senior year, what would happen to my position after? I did not end up running, spoiler alert, but some interesting things happened with that. So like and subscribe, or I will become your president.